Hey guys, here's Louie. Well, the big day finally arrived here at First Generation Garage on the 1968 Firebird, aka the Ladybird. I have been working extremely hard on this car to get it to this point, and finally the point have arrived. Okay, the big day. So real quick, because I still have some masking to do. Yesterday I spent a long time. Okay, I think maybe about 10 hours or something like that. And I had to do the final, some more sanding. I found some chips and stuff funny going on with this original fender, but now I'm pretty confident on it. Okay, the deck lid inside the trunk is already masked. I have the two sides of the fender mask. I still got to throw some plastic over that, but I have a lot of masking still to do. But there's a lot of things I did yesterday, a whole lot of things. I also sanded the hood nice and smooth. Okay, the whole car is nice and sanded, ready to receive the epoxy primer. Okay, there goes the fix I did on the quarter panel, looking awesome. Also, the fix that I did on the rocker, the surprise that I found. All right, so I'm going to be shooting the car with epoxy primer, and I'm going to be using two different ones. Okay, now these are the epoxy primers that I am going to be using. This is the Summit brand. Really budget friendly. Okay, and it's a 1-to-1 mixing ratio. Okay, so 1 part paint, 1 part catalyst. Okay, so a lot of people struggle to read these measuring cups, but there you go. It's as simple as finding that 1-to-1. Okay, and then let's say you're going to mix 1 part epoxy primer. Right there you have the 1. Then you're going to go to the next column, which is catalyst, and you go to the next one. That's your 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, and the next one here is gonna be the color. So this is an epoxy primer. Okay, and you can mix it different ways. All right, I saw a 4-to-1 mixture. Okay, with no reducer. This is the reducer. So this is actually the epoxy, and with the color blue, and here's your catalyst, which means your hardener. Right there says a hardener. Okay, and if I was doing the 4-to-1, this cup don't have separate 4-to-1, but it's simple. I would just do the 4 parts epoxy. Okay, and the 1-to catalyst. So 4, and you just go on the next 4, and there you goes your 4-to-1. Okay, I'm gonna do, they said for the sealer to seal everything. That's what I want to do. I want to seal the body work. I want to seal the bare metal, but the Summit epoxy primer is going to take care of the bare metal, and it's going to build. I'm going to do two coats of the gray epoxy, but the owner do not want to drive the car without color, of that gray color or a black color like it used to have. Okay, he want to eventually paint the car, final paint it a nice shiny blue, but everybody have different budgets, and I guess it's not in his budget now. He also have things to do. That's why he wants the car back now. I think he wants to show it to his dad, if I'm not mistaken, and that means a lot to a lot of people, and it means a lot to him, and this is his opportunity to see his dad now, I believe in September. So he want to show him the car. This car have come a long way. So this also could teach a lot of us that if you don't have the budget to paint the car, you could actually buy a color epoxy like he did. Since the car is going to be blue anyway, he was like, Louis, you know what? I would like to have the car blue. And I said, well, they do make a blue epoxy. There you go. There are companies Like I said in the previous video, that could mix different colors. There's also your local paint shop if they do it. A lot of people don't do it, but yes, it's possible. And this one is 4 to 1 to 2 to seal it. So it'd be 4 parts epoxy, 1 part catalyst, your hardener, okay, and the 2 parts will be your reducer, okay. So let's say right here, when you see these 4 1 to 1, the first number is always the paint, okay. Don't matter if you're using base coat, single stage, whatever. That's always paint. The first one is your paint. The second one is your catalyst, okay? Your hardener. And the third one is always your reducer. So that's the way I'm going to be mixing this paint, okay? And that will be my last paint. I only have the two quarts here, okay, which is 32 ounces here, 32 ounces, 32 ounces here. Both of them have 32 ounces. So I'm just gonna go and spray and see how she lays out. If I have enough paint of the epoxy blue, I'll do another. I go as much as I can. If it even allows me to do 3 coats, I go. Well, maybe it does, because I'm gonna do off camera. I'm gonna do the door jambs and the deck lid channel where the quarter panels go. I'm not gonna paint under the deck lid because this car eventually will get painted, you know, the nice shiny stuff, the final. But I need to try to save paint as much as I can, because in the exterior right now is what counts. He wants the color on the car, that when you could visually see the car, it have some color. So I'll keep spraying the hood, I'll keep spraying the car, and you know, the little parts here and there. As I see the paint, if I have enough, I'll do 3 coats. But I know I should have enough to at least do 2 coats. All right, so let me get to masking, and I'll bring you guys back. I'm also going to use the cup liners that I told you guys in the last video. Is a big money saver because it cuts down time on the cleaning products, which are very expensive. This is the gun I'm going to use, the Harbor Freight purple gun, the real famous gun here with the 1.4 tip. So I'll bring you guys back and turn the camera on when I'm about to paint. Please, please, please excuse the noise. I don't know editing too much about the videos. I do my videos as raw as could be. So that big sucker right there, that big compressor I have, you're going to hear in the background. I mean, you could see me paint and just turn the volume down, but I apologize before I even start that you are going to hear that compressor on. Bring you guys right back. Well, guys, there it is. I was able to shoot the car, I would say about 3 coats easy. There are some spots that I could have probably sprayed more, but I was actually running out of the hardener when it came to the catalyst, when it came to the blue paint. All right, and I was just afraid that if I kept mixing one more cup, the ratio was not going to be even and something was gonna happen. So I left it at 3 coats. Listen, at the end, this wasn't sprayed to be 100% perfect. Okay, it's really nice, and the most important thing is that the car is protected. I kind of like that satin blue color. I think it's just awesome. I really do think it looks nice. Okay, I love it. These parts are still a little wet, okay, but they drying. I was able to do everything. Okay, the lower valance, the upper cowl, the hood tack right there, the hood, the car, and the gas door that is over there hanging. Not bad at all. Some blue paint was left over. Like I said, I was just running out of the hardener, but the rest of the blue paint, I'll give it to the owner of Lady Bird, Scott. And if there's any little touch-ups he has to do because they got a rock chip or something like that, a stone chip, he could just touch it up. I will show him how to touch it up. I usually use a ear swap, okay, a Q-tip. But guys, I'm really happy. I mean, this car really have come a long way. All right, and to be at this state of the game, I give myself a pat in the back. And it just proves to people that any classic car could be saved if you're willing to put the effort into it. All right, well guys, yesterday I had about 10 hours in the garage. Today I went to work. Okay, I start at 5 o'clock in the morning. That means I gotta be up by at least 3:15. And I worked from 5 to 1:30. Went food shopping for the family. And I came straight to the garage after that. So I am really tired. It's about to be 9 o'clock at night. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, how to shoot epoxy primer. Summit's brand, also House of Color Blue epoxy. You could actually mix this also to do different things. Like I mixed it for a sealer. There's different like a high build also, and an epoxy high build and all that kind of stuff. But guys, there you go. I'm really happy the way it looks. And like I said, keep your hands dirty and your project will move forward. Bye bye now.